If you observe the question here, A can do a work in 2 days, B can do the work in 4 days, C can do the work in 6 days. In how many days together can finish the work? మన ఛానల్లో ఐసెట్ ఎగ్జామ్ గురించే కాకుండా మీరు నెక్స్ట్ ప్రిపేర్ అయ్యే ప్లేస్మెంట్స్ అండ్ గవర్నమెంట్ ఎగ్జామ్స్ పై జాబ్ అప్డేట్స్ అండ్ టాపిక్ వైజ్ ప్రీవియస్ ఇయర్ క్వశ్చన్స్ ప్రతి ఎగ్జామ్ నోటిఫికేషన్ ని బట్టి నేను వెంటనే వీడియోస్ చేస్తాను. సో ఇలాంటి వీడియోస్ మీరు మిస్ అవ్వకుండా చూడాలనుకుంటే కింద కనబడుతున్న సబ్స్క్రైబ్ బటన్ నొక్కి పెట్టేసుకోండి. Done. Time and work questions are given in such a way that where work is kept as constant. Because work is constant, we are going to use one strategy, that is hidden plugin. We are going to plug some number for the work and we will proceed with the solvation of the question. So do remember, whenever you see any question from time and work, the approach should be like this. Please observe the numbers which are given in the question, take the LCM of those numbers and assume that as your total work. And then you try to figure out the efficiency of the persons. After finding the efficiency of the persons, just read the condition and go accordingly. Condition can be anything, just read the condition, accordingly you can solve. Let's take a simple question. If you observe the question here, A can do a work in 2 days, B can do the work in 4 days, C can do the work in 6 days. In how many days together can finish the work? So A is doing the work in 2 days, B is doing in 4 days, C is doing in 6 days. You can just take LCM of the numbers, because whatever is the work A is doing, B is doing the same work and C is also doing the same work. Because work is constant, I am trying to plug some number for the work. So instead of plugging a random number, you can just take the LCM of the available numbers. 2, 4, 6, LCM is going to be 12. So I am assuming that the total work is going to be 12 units. If you assume total work is 12 units, A can finish 12 units in 2 days. That means he can finish 6 units in 1 day. B can finish same 12 units in 4 days. That means he can finish 3 units of the work in every 1 day of time. And C can finish 12 units in 6 days. That means he can finish 2 units of the work in every 1 day. If all the 3 are working together, what is the time taken to finish the work is the question. If all of them are working together, how many units of work completed? Let me check out. 6 plus 3 plus 2, which is equal to 11. That means we can understand that 11 units of work is completed in 1 day. To complete 12 units of work, what is the time taken? So 11 units are completed in 1 day of time. To complete 12 units, what is the time taken? So it is going to be simply 12 by 11 days. Mark your answer choice as 12 by 11, which is available as option A. Mark it as answer choice. Moving forward to the next question. In this question, they are given that A and B can do a work in 6 days and 12 days individually. They begin the work together, but 3 days before the completion of the job, A leaves off. In how many days will the work completed? So as usually, they are doing the same work. First, observe the numbers in the question, take the LCM of the numbers. LCM of 6 and 12, which is equal to 12. So I am assuming that the total work is equal to 12 units. A is able to complete 12 units in 6 days. That means he can complete 2 units of the work in every 1 day of time. B can complete 12 units in 12 days. That means he can complete 1 unit of the work every 1 day. And now, the condition is different here. Please observe the condition. They work together, but 3 days before the completion of the job, A leaves off. That means last 3 days, A is not there. That means last 3 days, who is working? Last 3 days, only B is working. Last 3 days, only B is working. Remaining days, A and B are working together. So if last 3 days only B is working, B is capable of finishing how many units? 1 unit in every 1 day. If he works for 3 days, then how many units will be completed? 3 units. So out of 12 units of work, 3 units of work is completed. That means what is the leftover work? Leftover work is 9 units because 12 minus 3. And this 9 units is completed by whom? This 9 units is completed by both A and B. So A can finish 2 units, B can finish 1 unit. If both are working together, they are capable of finishing 3 units in one day. To finish 9 units, 9 by 3, they will be taking 3 days of time. They will be taking 3 days of time. But the question here is, how many days the work was completed? That means first 3 days A and B together are working, and last 3 days only B is working. So total number of days they worked for completing this work is 3 plus 3, which is going to be 6. Mark your answer choice as option D. Look at the next question available on the screen. Two men, Vikas and Vishal, working separately can mow a field in 8 and 12 hours respectively. If they work in stretches of 1 hour alternatively, by starting with Vikas at 8 a.m., when the mowing will be completed. So, you can just observe, there are two persons. One is Vikas and the other one is Vishal. So, Vikas can complete the work in 8 hours and Vishal can complete the same work in 12 hours. They are given that in the question. So, first let me take the LCM of the numbers. What is the LCM of 8 and 12? 8 and 12 LCM is going to be 24. So, I am assuming that the total work is equal to 24 units. And A can complete 24 units in 8 hours. That means he can complete 3 units in every 1 day, every 1 hour. And B can complete 24 units in 12 hours. That means he can complete 2 units in every 1 hour. And as per the data, they are given that Vikas is started at 8 a.m. and Vikas and Vishal are working alternatively per hour. Then what is the total time taken to finish the work? So because Vikas is started, Vikas means A is started. So if A starts and he works for 1 hour, how many units he can complete? He can complete 3 units. Then who will come? Next person, Vishal will come. That means B will come and he will finish 2 units. Again A will come, he will finish 3 units. Again B will come, he will finish 2 units. Like this pattern will continue. That means it was very clear that in the first 2 hours of time, how many units of work is completed? Total 5 units of work is completed. But what is the total work? Total work is 24 units. I am trying to look at the unitary and which is close to 24. So, in 5 table, will you find 24? No. But what is the closest number? 20, because 5 fours are 20 and 5 fives are 25, which is more than the given work. So, I am multiplying everything with 4. Then I can say by taking 8 hours of time, they are capable of finishing 20 units of work. But still, we are in the lack of another 4 units. Now, after finishing 8 hours like this, who will come? Whoever starts the work, that person will come. That means A will come now. So, he will come for another 1 hour and he will finish 3 units of work. And till now, only 23 units of work is over, but total work is 24 units. And still, we need 1 more unit to finish. Who will come for the work now? B will come because already A came and worked for 1 hour. And B is having a capacity of finishing 2 units per day. But we don't want 2 units, we just want 1 unit. So, if 2 units are completed in 1 hour, 1 unit is completed in half an hour of time. That means the total time taken to finish the work is 8 plus 1 plus half an hour. That means 9.5 hours it will take to complete the work. So, if it is taking 9.5 hours of time, that means they started at what time? They started at 8 a.m. So, from 8 a.m. you have to add just 9.5 hours to it to get the answer choice. So, 9.5 hours if you add 8 plus 4, which is going to be 12, and 5.5 hours. So, 12 plus after 12 another 5.5 hours. That means it is going to take 5:30 p.m. to complete the work. So, mark your answer choice as going to be option A. Look at the questions on pipes and cistern. So, basically pipes and cistern and time and work, both the chapters will have a similar approach. That means hidden plugin strategy. But only the difference is In time and work, you are going to see work constant. In pipes and cistern, you are going to see tank capacity constant. And in time and work, you will be having only positive work or positive efficiency. But in pipes and cistern, you will be having both positive and negative efficiency. Why? Because in pipes and cistern, you will be seeing the two terms called inlet and outlet. Inlet is a pipe which is used to fill the tank. So when you are taking efficiency, you can take the positive sign for it. Outlet is nothing but the pipe which is used to leak the tank. While you are taking efficiency, you can take the negative for it. So these are the only few points which you have to remember. Remaining approach is similar to time and work. So just inlet and outlet pipes. So inlet is nothing but the pipe which is used to fill the tank. When you are taking efficiency, take a positive sign for it. And outlet is nothing but the pipe which is used to leak the tank. When you are taking efficiency, you can take a negative sign. And remaining process is similar to time and work. So let's look at a simple question given. If you observe this question, a tank can be filled by pipe A in 10 hours and pipe B in 12 hours. At 6 am, pipe A is open. At what time the tank will be filled if pipe B is opened at 8 am? Okay. So if you observe the individual time takens, A is taking 10 hours of time, B is taking 12 hours of time. What is the LCM of 10 and 12? Which is going to be 60. So what I am assuming is, I am assuming the total tank capacity is 60 liters. As per the data, A can fill 60 liters of tank in 10 hours of time. That means it can fill 6 liters in every 1 hour. B can fill same 60 liters of tank by taking 12 hours of time. That means it can fill 5 liters in every 1 hour. But as per the question, they mention the data at 6 am, pipe A is opened. At what time the tank will be filled if pipe B is opened at 8 am? That means you can clearly understand from 6 am to 8 am in this period of time who is working, you can just observe. So pipe A is opened at 6 am. Pipe A is opened at 6 am and pipe B is opened at 8 am. So between 6 to 8, these 2 hours only pipe A is working. Pipe A is capable of filling 6 liters in every 1 hour. If 2 hours it is working, 2 into 6, which can complete 12 liters of tank. So out of 60 liters of the tank, 12 liters of the tank is filled by pipe A. Now what happens at 8 am, pipe B is also. That means now pipe A and pipe B are open. What is the time taken to finish the remaining tank is the question. So remaining tank means out of 60 liters, 12 liters over, the leftover tank is going to be 60 minus 12, which is 48 liters. And this 48 liters is finished or filled by whom? Both A and B. You know that A can fill 6 liters per hour, B can fill 5 liters per hour. If both are working together, they are capable of filling 11 liters in every 1 hour. To fill 48 liters, the time taken will be 48 divided by 11. That means it will take 4 by 11 hours. 4 by 11 hours. After 8, it will take another 4 by 11 hours. So what is 4 by 11 hours? If you convert into minutes, 1 hour is 60 minutes. So 4 by 11 hours means 11 5s are. So it will give a result as 20 minutes. So you can observe it will take another 4 hours and 20 minutes approximately to finish the tank or fill the tank. So you are able to see after 8 o'clock it is taking 4 hours 20 minutes means 8 plus 4, 12:20 is the time taken to finish the tank. So mark the answer choice as going to be option A. Look at the next question. A pipe can be filled in 6 hours. A pipe can fill the cistern or tank in 6 hours. Due to leakage at the bottom, it is filled in 7 hours. When the cistern is full, how much time will it be emptied by the leakage pipe? Okay. So you can observe, if only pipe A is working, it can fill the entire tank in 6 hours, which is clearly given. Due to leakage at the bottom, that means while it is filling, some leakage is happening at the end. So filling and leaking are happening parallelly, then it is taking 7 hours. Generally leakage is there, that's why it is taking more time than the previous, it is taking 7 hours. Now the question is, if only leakage pipe is there, so you can understand pipe B is a leakage pipe. If only leakage pipe is there, what is the time taken to empty the full tank is the question. So I am just taking LCM of the numbers 6 and 7. 6, 7 LCM is 42. I am assuming total tank capacity is 42 liters. A can fill 42 liters in 6 hours. That means it can fill 7 liters in every 1 hour. If pipe A is filling, pipe B is leaking. Filling and leaking is happening simultaneously, then it is taking 7 hours. That means the same 42 liters are filled by A and B in 7 hours means it can fill 6 liters in every 1 hour. 6 liters in every 1 hour. So now you can understand 7 liters is filled by A and something is leaked by B. But if A and B are working together, it is filling only 6. That means what should be the leakage? 7 minus something is equal to 6. Why I am taking minus? Because it is a leakage pipe. I already told you, when it is a inlet or filling pipe, you will be taking a positive sign for efficiency. When it is a outlet or emptying pipe, you will be taking negative sign for the efficiency. So 7 minus something is 6. That means you can understand pipe B can leak 1 liter in every 1 hour. If it is able to leak 1 liter in every 1 hour, to leak entire 42 liters, it will take 42 hours of time. Mark the answer choice as 42 hours. మీలాగా ఎగ్జామ్స్కి ప్రిపేర్ అవుతున్న మీ ఫ్రెండ్స్తో వీడియోని షేర్ చేయండి. చెప్పాను కదా, ఎగ్జామ్ నోటిఫికేషన్ వచ్చిన వెంటనే దానికి సంబంధించిన సబ్జెక్ట్ నాలెడ్జ్ వీడియోస్ మన యూట్యూబ్ ఛానల్లో అప్లోడ్ చేసి పెడతాం. ఇలాంటి వీడియోస్ మనీ ఇన్వెస్ట్ చేసి కోచింగ్ సెంటర్లో జాయిన్ అవ్వలేని స్టూడెంట్స్కి హెల్ప్ చేయాలనే ఉద్దేశంతో చేస్తున్నాం. సబ్స్క్రైబ్ చేసి మమ్మల్ని, మా టీంని సపోర్ట్ చేయండి. సబ్స్క్రైబ్ చేశారుగా, డన్. మనందరం కలిసి పెరగాలి, మనందరం కలిసి ఎదగాలి. లెట్ us all grow together, let us all rise together. MY3 Academy అంటే మన అకాడమీ. జై హింద్, జై భారత్.